Hello YouTube, welcome back. It's been a long wait. I think it's 3 weeks since I last made a video. Yep, that was after the Castle Combe day. So I've done nothing since. I haven't done anything to the car, but what I can say, the Fiesta is broke. I haven't looked into it yet because I haven't really felt like making any videos, if I'm honest, and I didn't want to do work on the car and not film it. So I know there's a problem with an engine mount, snapped, broke or something. We'll go into that in a minute and I will show you. Firstly, I want to show you something. Going back when I was working on, I think it was the second crash Fiesta, and I was welding. Someone who was a subscriber, let me get you his name, Craig Robson. Now he watches my videos, got in touch with me and said he works for Hobby Weld and he noticed I use Hobby Weld gas on my Clark welder. So he got in touch. He said, would you like to have some gas? I was like, of course I would, thank you very much. So he sorted me out a new gas bottle. I was already using a smaller Hobby Weld gas bottle anyway. I already had the regulator, so he sorted me out with a full refill. This is bigger than my last one. I think it's 31.6. So my brother's got my smaller bottle now. I've got that one to go on, but as an added surprise, he also sorted me out an helmet, some gloves and a big spool of wire. So I'm going to give him a shout out. That's his Instagram, Craig Robson DJ. Thank you very much, Craig. You are an absolute legend, and I didn't pay a penny for that. That all came courtesy of Hobby Weld. Like I say, I'm not just bigging them up because they give me stuff for free. I was using Hobby Weld anyway. Right, let's move on to today's video. Let's go on up with the car and see if we can find out how it's broke. Right, so we have a problem with our top engine mount. Have a look at this, see if you can see from this angle. If I plonk you there, if I shake the engine, hopefully that's picking up how much movement is in it. Let me try it like this. Look at that. That is moving a lot. So something's gone wrong there. I don't know if it's the bolt have snapped, because the bolt is still in there, but it's moving around a lot. So I'm going to get the bottle off, get the light out, I suppose, give me more room with the bottle, take a look, see what's happened. Right, so here's a better look at that mount. Look at that, that bolt is loose. I don't know if it's snapped or just undone itself, but that was the knocking bearing. So I'm gonna get a spanner on that, take him out, see if it's snapped itself off or maybe just worked itself undone. Right, I'll be honest, I should have spotted this on track. When I had the banging noise, I knew it was coming from this side. I said to Dave, my brother, listen out for the banging of the bonnet open. He said your engine's moving a lot. He said something wrong with your mount, so I automatically assumed gearbox mount. For some stupid reason, I didn't even get out and shake the engine or check that. I just thought lower gearbox back mount, and just drove around the track a little bit gentler. And I got to be honest, had I have spotted that, I would have obviously tried to tighten it and find out what was wrong, but if the bolt had snapped, I never would have gone back on track with it like that. So that was a big schoolboy error. So let's undo the bolt and see if it's all there. Yeah, so the whole bolt is there. It just looks like it's come undone. It started to erode. See where the movement was, it's just cutting in there. So I'm going to get a torch shining down there, make sure everything's okay. Could be a case of just bolting them back up. I really expected to see a snap bolt. You can see where it's just put a bit of side wear in there. Right, so I'm going to put that back in, crank him up and see how it goes. That is all it was. It just needed tightening. They're the kind of easy fixes I like. Right, so now I know the bolt's the issue. I'll just chuck some thread lock on it. I haven't got much left in the things. I have to scrape the sides off the barrel, so I'm going to put it back in. I think I am going to have to look into getting a replacement for that, because it has done quite a significant amount of wear. So I think even with it cranked up, there's still a chance of slight movement. But for now, I'll stick him on and I'll do until I can get a replacement. Right, so the other issue we had on track, you'll remember, was temperature. Intake temps are terrible. Now, I'm looking at my intercooler here. Let me get a light. Right, what I have noticed, the intercooler is 8 bars or 9 bars, I think, tall. But there's only 4 or 5 that are visible here. Now, not much you can do about that. So ideally I need a bigger intercooler, that goes without saying. Whether I can do some work with perhaps cuts under here, no, I'm not going to get into that. I think I'm just going to have to get a bigger one. I do want the pumaspeed, so the Pro Gen 2 Pro 400. I discussed that in a video back actually when I was talking to Tony, so that's what I want, but there's a lot of other stuff I want in the meantime as well before next contract, so swinging up what to spend your money on. But it had a massive impact on the track day, the heat did. As you've seen in the video, I didn't get enjoyment I really wanted to. Let me show you something from my app of how much it did affect me. Right, so this was when I went to Castlecombe in April. Now if we look at my maximum speed up the straight, like 122.2 mile an hour. So in April the temperatures were fine. When I went to the last track day, I will find what my top speed was. Remember, 122.5, and the best I done when I was last there, top speed, oh get off, 114.8. so a massive difference from 122.2 down to 114.8, and that was the absolute best I could get out of it. So even though I got it to the point with the intercooler spray that it wasn't cutting power as such to, well, say cutting power to 0, the car was still really suffering. So I've got to get a bigger intercooler for next year. Next track day I'm going to be doing is Cadwell, end of August. I don't think I'm going to do anything in the meantime. And this was after that, as long as temperatures are not too bad for that, we're going into winter. So I'm hoping I can push it on a bit longer, unless I get some money for one really, but I do want to spend on other things. I want new brake pads, I may have to get new discs, or there was something with the cooling on the brakes, and I'm also thinking again of bucket seats. There's lots of things I want to spend my money on, and an intercooler is not one, even though I need to, but there you are, I'll see how it goes. Right, I don't have anything else for you in this video. Sorry that you're coming along to watch me tighten one bolt, but that's all I had. I really thought that I would be getting into a fix of some sorts, but it's not. But anyway, at least you know I'm still alive, I'm not dead. I've had 3 weeks off and I'm back. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.